All right, so so far we have the player moving left and right, but I forgot one thing too. If you look, it's just the same animation. So I want to make it so that when you push left, it plays that one animation of him turning to the left and one to the right. So that's really easy to do. All we got to do is up here, when we have left and right pressed, we just put that in there. So we just need to put that in there. So if left press, so we're just going to put it after these two because it doesn't need to be part of this whole thing. So if left press, what I'm gonna do is I want player dot go to and stop, and then we put parentheses here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and I'm going to lock them and hide them so they're not in the way. I'm going to open this guy up. Now if you remember, let me get this bigger. I have run, center, left, and whatever. So left is frame 2. So what I could do, and I'll show you, let's click back on this. I could just put 1 here, okay? And that would, or not 1, sorry, 2. It was frame 2. And that should work. I'm just going to go ahead and play this. And if I go like that, you'll see. Now, I didn't turn it off because I don't have 1 for the other direction. So that would work. I could just put 2 there. Because I made these fancy names, though, I'm going to use those. So you see I got run center, run left, and run right. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in there instead. Even though I don't need to, just because I like it. So it was run left. And it should work all the same. Let's double check here. So, yep, still works. All right. So if you want to label it and do it that way, you can do it that way. If you don't, you don't have to. I'm just going to like that. So I'm going to do the same thing here. All right, and we're going to do player dot go to and stop, and we're going to do run right. Okay. And then if you see, I got left and right pressed, but it never is able to go back to center. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to do else. I'm actually not sure if this is going to work. We'll try this first, and then if it doesn't, well, I have another way of making it work. Go to and stop, and it was center or run. Yeah, run center. Oops, run center, and that should work. Let's just double check. So if he goes to the left, oh, apparently my run left is not working now. Let's see, player go to, is it giving me, no, it's not giving me any reasons. Let me go ahead and turn that one off and see what happens. Okay, that works, and that works. Alright, but when I put else with this one, let me double check. Right works, but not that one. Okay. Let's do if, else, if. Let's see if that does it. Okay. There we go. Now it works. Beautiful. Okay. The reason why that wasn't working, normally I just do if. So what it'll do, if you just have one if and no else, it'll just run that if, and then that will be it. Now here I had, again, I didn't have that else if, and then I had else. So what would happen is it was running this, and it would say, no, it didn't work. Then it was running this one without the else on it. It was running this, and then, so it had the option between these two things, and it disregarded this. But if I do if, and then else if, and then else, it'll say this one, then this one, then this one. It makes them all kind of the same, makes them all part of one string of thought. Without putting the else if, it didn't work. Okay. So I put else if, and now you can see when, so if it's not either one of these, if it's not going, if right is not pressed or left is not pressed, then obviously it's going to be center. And so that works. All right, so I solved that first. The next thing I'm going to do is, and this is going to be the most complicated part of this whole thing, is I need to generate what do you call it? I need to generate the I need to generate the obstacles coming out. Okay, so we have to do those a bunch of different ways, a bunch of different things here. So let's get to it. We're going to make a new function that is going to be another enter frame. Now, technically, I could just keep using this one, because if you look, this is player event listener enter frame, moving direction of key. That's actually what this one is. So this is on every frame. So I could change the name and whatever, but just to, like, I don't know, make it, you know, cleaner, I guess. I don't know. Technically, I'd probably put in the same one because I'm sure it makes it faster. But I'm just going to do a new one. Code snippets, and we want underneath again action script event handlers. We want just a generic enter frame event. So double click on that. So enter frame, and so that just means this is going to run on every frame, and it's just going to add event listener. And instead of that, I'm going to call this one obstacles. They've been doing lowercase, right? Yeah, we'll do obstacles. Okay, is going to be the name. Obstacles loop, we'll call it. Okay. So obstacles loop. All right. Just so I know what it is. All right. All right. So, yeah, we're gonna need a couple of different things. I need first to randomly make a choice. So I want this to periodically create an obstacle, right? I don't want it to happen just every single frame, because then it'll just be a constant stream of them. Like, I mean, it'll be a million. It'll be a lot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a random function. So I'm just gonna test for if and math, which math is just, it's a class that has a whole bunch of like pre-made mathy things that you can use. .floor, okay, and then it's going to be, or I'm sorry, not .floor, .random, okay, because I want to get a random thing, and oh no, I'm sorry, it was floor, and then inside of floor, I'm going to do another math.random, like that. Right? Yeah, I think that's right. Okay. So what this is going to do, let me just double check. Did I get the closing? Math floor, math random. And then I need to do another one. I think that's right. Okay. So what it's going to do is it's going to say, okay, if math.random whatever, then it's going to run this bit of code. So floor is actually what that does. It's going to round whatever the resulting number is down to the lowest. So if it's 2.5, it'll make it go to 2, and if it's whatever, it'll find that. Okay. And math.random obviously creates a random number. Now what I need to do is inside of the random number, or actually after the random number, I need to multiply it times like an amount of time. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and put 25. And what it's going to do is, it's basically this math.random in here. This is going to generate a number between 1 and 25. Okay. All right. So it looks fine. I'm going to do this. Just hit Control Enter to make sure there's no errors in it. See if it throws an error, and it did. Okay. It's not going to do anything. I just want to make sure that it was not broken. All right. So that's going to randomly happen every now and then. So good. So that's going to just randomly generate that whatever happens in here is going to randomly happen based on this number. And we're going to actually change this a little bit, but I just want you to see that. Okay. Now what I need to do is I have 3 obstacles. So I want to randomly choose one of the 3 obstacles. So I'm going to do more or less the same thing I just did. So we're going to do variable obstacle number. Okay, so I'm just making my own obstacle number, and it's going to be int, and we're going to set that to math.random, and it's going to be times 3. Okay, like that. And what that's going to do is it's going to randomly give me a number of 3 here. Okay, so it's going to choose one of the a number 1 through 3, and it's going to make it an int. Okay, so that's what this is doing. So randomly create a number 1 through 3, and then actually it's probably 0 through 3, but all the same. 0 through 3, and then actually, why is that 3? That should be 2. I don't know why I had 3 there. Let's do 3. It might need to be 2 though, because it's going to be 0, 1, 2. So we'll see. But anyway, through randomly choose a number through those, and then it's going to create, and then it's going to store it here. And I'm going to use this number to more or less, if it's a number 1, do this one. If it's a number 2, do this one. If it's number 3, do this one. And so whatever one it randomly decides on, I'm going to use that there. Okay. Then I'm also going to create another, I'm just going to call this one an obstacle. And that is going to be the type movie clip. Okay. So basically, this is going to be the variable that's going to hold the object that I'm making. Okay. So I'm just going to say, okay, an obstacle. So once I create the obstacle, it's going to be held in here so that I can control it. That's all that's for. All right. Now, inside of this, here, one more down. Okay, inside of this, I have to make 3 different ifs. So I'm going to do if. We're going to say obstacle num, is equal to 0. You are going to run this bit of code, and I'm going to do another one, Control C, Control V, Control V. So we're going to say if it's 0, 1, or 2. So if obstacle 0, because when you do the numbers, it goes from 0, 1, 2, 3. It always starts at 0 in coding, just so you are aware. So we're saying if this is equal to 0, then it's going to do this, and if it's equal to 1, it's going to do this, and if it's equal to this one, it's going to do that. Notice that there's 2 equals. A single equal, that's actually an assignment. You're making this have this value. I'm putting this into that. This is saying if these are equivalent. So if this is equal to this, there's a difference between the two. So make sure you have 2 equals. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to say obstacle is going to be a new, and this is what's gonna have to happen. So I got to go to the library here. And if you look, I have, where are you? I have a left obstacle, a right obstacle, and I thought I had a center one, and a center obstacle, okay? So, now normally when we do these things, I have this, and this is how I interact with it, right? I put an instance name. This isn't going to work this time because they're not on here, so they don't have instance names. And every time someone gets generated, you can't have multiple objects share the same instance name, all right? Because then it's not unique. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this linkage here. And it kind of is, it's similar to this, except that it allows us to link to our library of obstacles, or our library of objects. So I'm just going to call this one center ob, all right? And then I'm going to, where are you? Left obstacle. There we go. Just double click in this thing here. And this will be left ob. And then we'll double click in here, and this will be right ob. Okay, so these are my 3 obstacles that I can grab from. All right, so now over here, I'm gonna say, okay, I already have this empty movie clip that we made here, right? So there's nothing in it. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to construct a new object. I'm gonna put this movie object from here. So we're going to say 0, and we will make this one the center ob, like that. And basically it's going to use this, where is it? Oh, I can't find it. There you go. Center obstacle. I wrote center ob is the link. Okay. It's going to make a new, from this one, it's going to make a new one. It's called a constructor, and it's going to stuff it in here. Okay. So it'll be treated that way. All right. And it's not going to do anything. I'm just going to test it. It's a good idea that every time you write, like, I just do it inherently, because if there's an issue, I want to make sure it works. Okay, so everything's looking fine. There's no issues. This one's going to be my center one. Okay, so what I got to do, this is why I left these up here. I got to select this one, and I want to go to the properties here, and I want the position here. So see where it says X and Y? So you see it's 244 and 295. Okay, so 244 and 295. So what I'm going to do is set those on here. So obstacle dot x is equal to 244, and we'll do obstacle dot y is equal to, and I forgot already. What was it? 295. 244, 295. Okay. 295. 295. Okay. And that's just going to set its initial position. Otherwise, when it goes to make it, by default, it's going to put it up here, because this is 0, 0, 0. So whenever you make anything, it puts it right up here. All right. Because as you go down, the numbers get larger, and as you go right, the numbers get larger. That's why in order to like move up, it's actually a minus number to go up. You'll notice that when he went to the left, right, the numbers got smaller. So anyway, that's just to set his or this car's initial position. And then what we got to do is actually, once we have that, we're going to go ahead and actually add it to the stage. So we're just going to go stage.addChild, add child, child, and what we're going to add is the obstacle we just made. Okay. And we want to basically do this for the other ones as well. So I'm just going to grab these, Control C or Command C, Control V, and Control V. And instead of center, we'll do left, and we will do right. Oops, get back in there. Right. And then I got to find the position. So each one of them are different because their pivots are in weird spots. So this one is 232 and 286. 232 and 286. 232 and 286. And this one is, oh yes, select you, and you are 280, 303. 280, 303. 280 and 303. Okay, so let me just double check. Oh, there's a space in here. That's not supposed to be like that. And let's just go ahead and enter. And it should make them. Okay. So it's making a couple too many, I would say. I can go ahead and delete these now because it is putting them in the right position. I just wanted to make sure that was good. And I'm going to hit Control Enter again and see what happens. So yeah, that's a couple too many cars, I would say. So what I got to do is, yeah, fix that. Let me see why. So it's based off of this number up here. I think I have to. I think the smaller the number, the more it will make. Yeah. Oh, that seems like fewer. It's making them in large groups here. So, might have to fix that. But let's see. Let me try doing 100 and see what I get. See, I'm getting even more. All right. Well, we'll deal with that in a second. I'm not 100% sure why that's happening. All right. So I just changed this number. I just did 1.05. Basically, it has to be a number slightly above 1, but underneath 2. Because once you go 2 and above, it's gonna they're gonna go crazy. So, I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, so now if I test that, so I just took that, and if I do Command Enter or Control Enter, depending on your operation, you'll see that now you got like, woo, you got he's a fast cone. It works pretty okay. All right, so and we're gonna make this a little bit more interesting, a little bit. So now if you look, we've got the obstacles moving, so that's pretty good. And I think I'm gonna call that's about 20 minutes, so I'm gonna call it good on this one. And the next thing we're gonna do is make it so that we can collide with them. Okay, we'll collide with the actual cars that go by, so that you can die or whatever. And also, well, that's what we're gonna work on.